Hey everybody, it's Matt from You and Your Horror Movies, and welcome to my end of the month haul video for my horror DVD and Blu-ray pickups for the month of February. Just want to say one little thing first before we get into the haul. This goes to one individual. I don't want to say his name because I don't want people going to his channel and saying things and coming over to mine and saying things. We all know who each other is. Him and I talked, and I just want to say I am sorry for copying some of your videos. I didn't mean to. You were an inspiration, and I figured, well, those are cool. I can do that as well. So again, I want to say I am sorry, and if you do watch this, there you go. Alright guys, let's get on what we all came here to watch. The pickups. First off, we have 7 Guardians of the Tomb Blu-ray. This is a burn-on-demand Blu-ray from Amazon. They usually are never in stock. What you have to do is place your order, and then later on Amazon will burn it and everything and send it out to you. They usually say it takes 5 to 6 months. It does not. Usually we get it within probably about a week or within that month that you order it. So if you always see it and you're always kind of interested about picking up one of their burn-on-demands, don't wait for it to be in stock because it won't. Just order it and they'll do it on demand. So yeah, but 7 Guardians of the Tomb is pretty cool. Killer spider flick. It's a lot of action to it as well, kind of like a Tomb Raider, but you got killer spiders. So yeah, it definitely goes in the horror section. Next up, we have Acacia Motel, a really cool creature feature. I like how the monster looked, and the storyline's really cool. Check out the trailer for Acacia Motel. I'm not going to get much into it, but the storyline's kind of neat, and practical effects all over the place. Definitely recommend it. Pretty cool flick, guys. Next up, I did find a, unfortunately, non-slipcover edition, but I didn't own it yet. That is American Rickshaw. For some reason, I didn't know this was a horror film or an action film. Just the title alone, but it is a horror flick put out by Cauldron. So I have the other one that was like Abracadabra, but this is a different film. If anybody's seen American Rickshaw, I'd like to hear your thoughts. I heard it's a pretty cool little flick. Come here. Next up we have is Attack of the Unknown. This is another one of their burn-on-demand Blu-rays. Transfer's pretty cool. Watch this movie. It's a cool alien invasion flick. I like the way the aliens looked. And again, practical effects all over the place. Pretty cool acting. Some good names in here. And if you're wondering, because Tara Reid's on here, she's only in it for like a couple minutes. She's like a flashback scene. But other than that, Attack of the Unknown, really cool Asian alien flick. Next up, we have from SCS Entertainment, Blood Claws. It's look like a killer panther flick, so definitely want to give this one a spin at some point. It's got original promo, some trailers behind the scenes. So yeah, Blood Claws. Gotta love my killer animal flicks. Next up, we have with Bruce Willis, and that is called Breach. This actually was a pretty cool flick too. I did enjoy this one. This one doesn't really have any special features to it, but Breach, they're on a mission to leave Earth to repopulate to another planet, and of course something is aboard and starts mutating some of the crew into these killer crazy creatures. It's really neat. It kind of reminded me a little bit like of Doom a little bit, but some of the practical effects are really cool. The reveal of the giant alien creature was kind of badass, and Bruce Willis is a dick in this movie. But that's Bruce Willis. But I did recommend Breach. I actually had a good time with that film. If you like creature features and aliens, yeah. Speaking of creature features, we have Creature Unknown. This is another practical monster flick where the person's kind of in a rubber suit, like a lizard type thing. It starts picking off people who are coming to this cabin in the woods to reflect on the death of one of their own and it's got a cool twist at it. I definitely like this one. It was kind of neat, good gore, good practical. And when I bought this, I'll show this off really quick. The inner sleeve, this happens when you buy used. It's got a stupid sticker on it. But I like this idea. They kept the Blockbuster sleeve in it as well. So I was like, oh, do I want to keep the Blockbuster sleeve? No, I need to have the artwork. But it's kind of neat to have this as an old sleeve. This is from Hudson, New York. Wow, it's close near me. So yeah, the old Blockbuster, but I'm definitely keeping the sleeve in with the DVD because I like to have my artwork. Throw that over there for now. But I just wanted to show that off. Next up, looks like a weird zombie flick. Day of the Living Dead. If anybody's seen this one, I'd like to hear your thoughts. I saw this at Walmart and figured, why not? It's a zombie movie. We all like our zombie flicks. You never know. Next up, we have another one from SCS Entertainment. Ebola Rex. That is the name. So, it's like a killer dinosaur creature. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it looks pretty cool. I'm not a fan of the artwork, but that's the back. So I got your hostess here hosting the movie. But come on, with a title called Ebola Rex, had to snag it. So yeah. If anybody's seen Ebola Rex, I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. Next up from Scream Factory, we have Fear in the Night. I guess this is a made-for-TV movie. One I do not know much about. So if anybody's seen this one, please let me know below. Next up, we have a shot on video. I actually found this on eBay pretty cheap. And it's a double feature of Feeders and Among Us. This is an old SRS Cinema release. And unfortunately, I was trying to find the Feeders 1 and 2, but that DVD is way out of print and way expensive. But I found this one for like $7 on eBay. And I figured, why not? And unfortunately, it's one of those double discers. Side A is one movie, side A, B is the other one. But yeah, some shot on video creature goodness. Next up is Freaky. I actually really like this one. My wife and I sat down and watched it. We had some good laughs. The gore is really good. Vince Vaughn is hysterical in this. Yeah, I definitely recommend it. If you guys want a cool like horror comedy, Freaky is right up the alley. Got a anthology here from the 90s. Future Shock. It's got Bill Paxton in it. Rest in peace. Byron James. Martin Cove. I think this was a made-for-TV one from the 90s. About a gentleman who was experimenting in virtual reality and what was it? It was virtual reality and with psychiatry together, where he would make people believe they're in another world. And it has 3 different stories. One is girls afraid of everything, of dogs and wolves. The second one has got the one with Bill Paxton in it. He plays the insane roommate. He goes after this one guy, this nerdy guy, and just fucks him over. It was hysterical. It's a great episode. I actually like that one. Another one was a guy who's afraid of death. So yeah, it's kind of a cool and a little anthology. I found it cheap on Amazon. So Future Shock. For the 90s. Next up, I was watching some paranormal on TV, and I'm like, I wonder if there's any paranormal DVDs out there or Blu-rays. Like, I like Paranormal from the Unknown, those type of fun flicks. So, I found this. I don't know, the cover dragged me in. Called Ghost Troop, Paranormal Soldiers. Just look at that cover art. You got like some weird dude, looks like he's got a Ghostbuster proton pack, and I don't know what that was wearing in that face. So I don't know if this is any good. It's kind of like a weird burn-on-demand DVD set put out by Sector 5. So I don't know if it's short movies or if they're interviews or documentary. So if anybody's seen Ghost Troop, let me know. Again, that artwork sucked me in, so figured, what the hell? It was cheap. I grabbed Giant from the Unknown. This is done by the Film Collection. One I have not seen and I've been wanting to check out, so I heard pretty cool gist on that. I saw from the from the last review or update, I finally did grab Grave Encounters Part 2. From the first one I grabbed Part 1. I figured this was super cheap. I think it was $7. Haven't watched it yet, but I'd like to hear your thoughts if you've seen Grave Encounters 2, if it's worth it or not. From what is this? Makeflix? We have Edgar Allan Poe's The Haunting Fear. Blind Buy, don't know much about it. It's got some special features signed by Leanna Quigley. Nope. Brink Stevens. It's late. It's got some commentary track with director Fred Olen Ray. Blooper reel. And got a couple trading cards in there. So yeah. The Haunting Fear. Found an old Anchor Bay. We got a drive-in, which is Horror 101 and Horror 102 Endgame. I remember 101, kind of. I think it was a made-for-TV movie. People are getting picked off, supposedly, but they're not. They're like getting kidnapped. And I don't remember seeing part 2, but it came in this weird green case, which is fine by me. I like the green. And again, we have the old Anchor Bay here. Old Anchor Bay on the side. And some of these drive-ins are kind of hard to find. And I found this for pretty cheap. I figured, why not add it to the collection? Next up, we have documentary, Horror Noir, History of Black Horror. Perfect month for this to get released for Black History Month. I saw this on Shudder. It's a really good documentary. Black actors and actresses and the movies they're in. Definitely recommend it, guys. Awesome doc. Host, another Shudder movie. This was kind of reminding me of, I think it was either Unfriended or Dark Web. I think it was Unfriended. Same thing. They have a seance online, and they got all the screens and everything. Pretty cool, pretty creepy. I actually did enjoy Host. I finally grabbed it, and that is Howling 3, the marsupials from Scream Factory. I have it on a Blu-ray with a 3-pack, which is 3, 5, and 6. I figured, well, I got the first 2 from Scream. Let's get the third one from Scream. Why not? Next up, we have Petra Gore, another Shudder exclusive. I have not seen. If anybody's seen this one, I'd like to hear your thoughts. And it's got no features to it, so yeah. And Petra Gore. Oh, sounded pretty cool. And I also got, for my birthday, my friend Derek hooked me up with JDs Revenge. Usually the arrows come in a clear case. It came cracked and broke, the case did. So I had this old blue one, and it fit perfectly. Not a normal Blu-ray case, but a different style, so it's kind of cool. It's a double discer. Thanks, Derek. There's another one I'm going to show in a bit, too. What else he got me? Next up, not really horror, but it is a documentary. I figured I'll throw this in because of nostalgia for us, especially our collectors and everything. We're talking about the Last Blockbuster. Supposedly it's the last blockbuster in somewhere. I don't know if it's Oregon or there's one left. And of course, people go to it. It's a big attraction. So I figured this would be kind of cool to add to the documentary section. So yeah, the Last Blockbuster. Another upgrade. Got the Lawnmower Man. Didn't own it. And I guess part 2 is coming to Blu-ray soon. A TV show I've been dying to watch. And that is Lovecraft Country. I don't have HBO or anything like that. So when this got released, I went for it because I'm a big H.P. Lovecraft fan. Love the movies, so here's a show based on it. If anybody's seen the show, I'd like to hear your thoughts. Yeah, definitely gotta give that one a watch. Haven't had a Code Red title in a long time, and this finally got in stock. I've been after this one for a while, and that is The Messiah of Evil, and Diabolic actually got some in stock. So, of course, I decided I better grab on it now because it's out of print and hard to find. So, haven't watched it yet, but if you've seen it, I'd like to hear your thoughts. Another makeshift from Retro Media, The Monster Maker and King of Zombies. Double feature. And it's actually got an interview with Bela Lugosi on it. So, yeah, if you can see that without the glare. Another documentary called Oh, the Horror. I got some interviews, a whole bunch of independent directors and a bunch of other actors and actresses. So, yeah. Oh, the Horror just sounds pretty cool. Talk about VHS and VHS Nasties and a bunch of others. So there's got a bunch of big names in here as well. So yeah, Oh, the Horror. Then we have Random Acts of Violence. This was actually a really good Shudder flick. So it's awesome that this got a Blu-ray release. It's got that cool glossy embossed cover. So yeah. Another SCS Entertainment. It's a sequel, Rattlers II. Now I'm trying to find the first Rattlers movie, but it's expensive and it's out of print, especially from something weird. This is supposedly a direct sequel, and that movie was from the 70s, and this is now 2021. So yeah, Rattlers. Gotta love your killer snake flicks. Shoo! Excuse me. Alright. Speaking of... Nope, that's out of order. Next one we have is... from Derek, hooked me up with Schlock. Another Arrow release. No, I have not owned yet. So thank you, Derek, for my birthday. From RS Cinema. Sharks of the Corn. Yeah, come on. Gotta love your shitty shark flicks. I love that artwork. It's got that cool vibe to Children of the Corn on the back. So, Sharks of the Corn. This looks bonkers. I saw the trailer for it, and of course I had to get it. Next we have is called Shortcut. This is another creature feature. It's pretty cool. The creature is pretty cool looking. Bunch of kids on a bus. They take a shortcut, of course. I think it takes place like in the UK or something. And, of course, there is a gentleman who's in the woods. He's crazy and, of course, kidnaps them. They take a shortcut and they end up in this tunnel where this monster is living. So, yeah, Shortcut, pretty cool flick. I definitely recommend it. The whole, kids are the saviors type deal. Next up, we have Sky Sharks. Fucking funny. I had a great time with it. I love the soundtrack to it. It's got that cool techno vibe shit going on. CGI zombies riding sharks in the air, eating planes. Come on. Gotta do it. Next up, we have Sputnik. Another cool creature feature. Definitely enjoyed this one. It's a Russian film. You can either watch it in Russian or in English dub, and the dubbing is actually not bad. It does have an audio descriptive track and theatrical trailer. So yeah, same artwork. Sputnik. I did find a DVD, Stepfather 2. I owned the first one, didn't own any of the others, so I found this one dirt cheap from Soundgarden. This is a Synapse release. You don't see many Synapse nowadays. Slide that over. Found this one cheap. Stinger. This is another one that's out of print. And, come on, it's mutated scorpions killing people on a submarine. Right on my alley. The scorpions are really bad looking, CGI'd. And there is a Blu-ray of this, but it goes by, I think it's called American Warships, and it's a UK release, I think. But yeah, Stinger, love it. Love those killer scorpions. Next up, we have The Terror Within and Terror Within 2 on Blu-ray from Scream Factory. Awesome that they're actually doing the double features again. I always love these double features, and can't wait to dive in to see the transfers on these. Part 2 already had I think it was Code Red or Scorpion did the release, but I guess you have the same, if they have features or not. It doesn't say on the back here, but I love these two movies. I love the monsters, the way they looked. So it's pretty cool to see them as a double feature. And I hope Scream Factory does more double features because they do a good job with the double features. Sci-Fi Channel flick, Toys of Terror. It's got a little speed buggy there. So yeah, it's not bad. Killer toys. The death count is very low. Some of the kids are annoying, and it was okay. Nothing really awesome or like a Puppet Master type deal, but it was kind of cool. It takes place on Christmas. Next up, from SLV Horror, we have Trailerrama. A bunch of trailers from shot-on-video movies. And there's the list of all the movies. There's a lot. There's 33 films on here. I'm not going to list them all, but if you're into trailer comps and you like shot-on-video, check out some shot-on-video trailers. Another Scream Factory, Twice Dead. That's awesome that this got a release. The DVD, they had this and the Evil. Evil already had a blue, so this is kind of nice to actually upgrade from that double pack. I think it was like a Roger Corman pack. So, Twice Dead, thank you Scream Factory for putting that out. Another Amazon burn on the disc, Venom. It's another killer snake flick. And I think this is the 4th movie that I have that's called Venom. Technically 5 if you count the Marvel movie, but that's not a horror flick. That's more of a Marvel superhero movie. But I have, this is like the 4th actual horror movie called Venom. So yeah, if you want to be seeing this one, let me know. Again, had to grab it because it's a killer snake flick. Love my nature run amucks. So yeah. I actually found this out. Is the Vincent Price Collection, Volume 1. And I know, unfortunately, Part 2, I think, is out of print, and 3 is getting there. So I gotta jump on those. And I still gotta buy the Universal ones. I'm slacking on those. But this one, of course, has The Pit and the Pendulum, Mask of the Red Death, which got our own release, but I'm happy with that. The Haunted Palace, The Fall in the House of Usher, The Abominable Dr. Phibes, and Witchfinder General, which I had a couple of these on DVD, so now they're upgraded to this awesome, this is like a re-release, so had to jump on that re-release. From Ronin, we have Voyage into Space. This is a movie that takes a bunch of the episodes of, what was it? Was it Johnny and his flying machine or flying robot? I forgot the name of the actual show. And it's not coming up on here. Oh, Johnny Suko and his flying robot, I think it is. They made a movie. So I figured this would be cool to add into the Kaiju collection. Next up we have Wood Chipper Massacre. Finally, got this in my collection. Thanks to Stephen Bloodworth, who told me about this in his shot and video update that he did. That Camp Motion Pictures did a re-release through Cult Epic Pictures, I think it was. Finally got Wood Chipper Massacre in the collection. Next up we have Wrong Turn. Now this one is not to deal with the franchise. It's kind of like its own separate film, but it does kind of recognize the actual Wrong Turn movies. Pretty good, pretty different. I liked it. I got this through Best Buy. And it's got some subtitles. And not much else for trailer-wise. I mean, for features, but pretty cool flick. And last for the update from Culture Shock, we have Zipper Face. This is one from, I think, the 90s. It's one of those weird 90s slashers. And probably cool that this got a release. They don't plan on doing this on Blu-ray, but it's Zipper Face. Come on. This guy's like this, got his BDSM outfit on, slashing hookers. Yeah. So yeah, Zipper Face, that's what we got. Alright guys, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this update. I'd like to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. Movies you've seen that I have not seen and vice versa. And hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and a like. And stay tuned for more videos, guys. Thanks very much for watching, and have yourself a good one, and stay safe. Peace.